Hi everyone, Michele Courage here from michelecourage.com. Wow, it is a Friday. I'm as usual in the studio. I've got my open flag out there. I'm hoping it's going to stay. We have got wild windy weather here today. It is wild. We've got these tall trees behind the studio and they don't have any leaves on and they're like, woo. It's pretty wild out here today in little old New Zealand, in Hawke's Bay. But anyway, Friday Musings, let me get into it. Beautiful sun shining, so that's good. I sent a survey out to the people who are connected or joined my newsletter just to find out a little bit more about my glorious scarves. For those of you who don't know, the work that I do, the artworks that I do, I put them onto scarves because they're energy scarves, they're energetic transmissions. And so I stopped making them for a while and decided, I've had so many people saying to me, oh, when are you bringing your scarves back? I really want the Pleiadian one, or I want the Lemurian one, and so I sent a survey out just to see, because the people that I have them made at the moment, they're just made out of a polyester material. It's beautiful and buttery and soft. But there's a few people who've kind of sort of indicated that they might really want it on a type of linen or a cotton. And investigating that has been a long process and not very fruitful, I will have you say. I can have them made, but it's literally going to double the price. They sell at the moment for $111 each. And making stuff, clothing from art and that kind of stuff, I'm just waiting on a sample from a company in Auckland who prints long fabrics, and maybe I can get more per meter, or however I'm going to do it. I'm trying to see if I can maybe negotiate with them and get a better price, but I still have to get somebody to sew them. And do these hands look like the hands of a sewer? No. So I'm sure I can find somebody locally who can sew them for me, because it's just a basic scarf. But they are about 1.2 meters wide and squarish. So they're quite large, but they are just fabulous. There was a post on my social media yesterday where I was sitting in my chair in the studio, and I decided to do some meditation and some self-healing where I bring in the energy for me. And I love putting my scarves over me when I'm working like that, because it just adds that extra energy onto whatever I'm doing, like an amplifier almost. So really interesting with my little survey that I got back. So watch the space. That'll be really exciting. What else is on the cards? I am just finalizing the Galactic Dragon course, which is going to be a self-led course. I'm just working on finer details just to make sure everything's working, everything that you click works and whatever. And then I will be launching that quite soon. Really excited for that one, because it's going to be an affordable way to get into the dragon energy. So many people don't know how it works, what it does, and you can have a look on my YouTube channel and go and have a look at a few, or listen to podcasts. There's a few on how I work with dragons. But that'll be really a great offering to the world, because the dragons have certainly changed my life and quite a few other people as well who've been activated by myself into the dragon energy. Wow, this past weekend, what a weekend. I had a group of girls from Wellington here for a 50th birthday. Amazing. We had cacao circles, and we had art. We did spiritual art, talking to our ancestral heritage line. and then bringing that energy into the painting. Amazing, these beautiful portals that were created. Yeah, so you can go and have a pop on the website under Riverstones Retreat. You can book yourself a weekend. We can sleep 4. The cottage has got a queen bed and 2 singles. So if you don't mind sharing, you can be 4 of you, which these girls did. We had a fabulous weekend, so absolutely fabulous. So you can pop onto the website on Riverstones Retreat. It's on the Michele Courage website, or you can go to riverstonesretreat.co.nz and have a look. We've got the cottage on the property, and yeah, come for a weekend. Summer's coming, so we're going to have absolutely glorious days here. I know when I was living in Wellington, it was no fun because Hawke's Bay was always, I was chatting to a friend who lives in Napier, and she would be in her short little tank top going, oh my God, it's so hot here. And I would be literally in a jersey and sitting shivering in my studio. So yes, now live in Hawke's Bay, and I cannot wait for the summer. It's coming early. I can feel it. It's here, almost here. Last night at about 6:15, I was moving the fence for the sheep. I've got an electrified fence for my sheep, just to keep them out of the studio area. And wow, I tell you, I could feel it in my bones. Summer is coming. Spring, at least, is almost round the corner. What is it? I think it's spring is kind of, when is it? Probably, I don't know, Monday? I don't know. Not sure. It's very soon, I know that, 1st of September. Wow. But then, New Zealand normally gives you 4 or 5 days of awesome weather before spring, or during spring, and then we go straight back into a cold snap. So we'll be up and down, bumpy, a little bit bumpy, but less than the rest of the country. Right, I'm rambling. Okay, I have finally finished my Galactic Ganesha painting. It is absolutely awesome. I'm looking at it at the moment. The codes in that are unbelievable. They really, it took me through a much longer process than my other artworks that I've done. It was definitely about clearing past stuff, and Ganesha energy is all about clearing the path in front of you, clearing stuck energy, and I think this painting is going to have beautiful codes. So I can't wait to see who actually has this painting when I do a painting, I know that the painting is made for a person per se, and I can't wait to see who actually the person is who this painting is for. So yeah, quite excited to meet them. This is an incredible painting. So I'll be sharing more of that in my social media and maybe in my next newsletter. What else? Oh, I'm creating little pocket arts. I sold 2 paintings yesterday, little small paintings, for a hairdresser who basically wants my little painting. I call them pockets of joy. They were smaller, probably about 300, maybe about 400 by 20, about that wide. About that wide and kind of quite narrow. And she took both of them. They were done in the same feeling, and hung them above where people lie back to have their hair done in her wash basin. And I thought, oh, that's so beautiful, because that is exactly what I'm looking at doing with my art. That feeling of when people look at it, they're uplifted, it's beautiful energy, it's happy, it's joyous. And both of those paintings were in a lot of yellows and oranges, which orange is creativity and yellow is the opposite of fear. It's joy. So it balances out. So really excited to hear the feedback from clients when they are in the hair salon. And so these little pockets of joy, I decided I'm going to make quite a few. I did a few yesterday. Isn't this amazing? This one and this one. Look at that. Those are the backgrounds before I start. And yeah, so each of these little paintings will be little pockets of joy, very affordable for the coming sort of holidays, you know, leading up to Christmas and stuff. But just as a beautiful gift, if you think about a friend, you know, you want to just uplift them and give them some beautiful energy, and they can just put their painting there and just have a look at it. So yes, so that is where we're at the moment. What else did I want to talk about? Right, I think we're kind of at the card thing. I want to do the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. I really am drawn to that today. This weekend we were working with a lot of ancestral energy, mainly driven by the girls that came. They wanted to clear a lot of energy in their mothers and grandmothers line, and going forward as well. So that was really fabulous. Interesting. So I've just drawn the Druid, okay, holding space. And that I think is definitely, you know, from the masculine energy, we're very much on the divine feminine rising at the moment. Women are really starting to step into their power, step into their energy. You know, some of it's coming out in take no shit. We will not tolerate this, which in a way is actually a really great thing for women to step in to. But remember the masculine. The masculine is here to hold space for us. The men are here to hold us, to keep us safe. In times previously, it was protection. But in this day and age, it's protection as well. It's protection from that we can feel safe, that we are here to shine and grow. So I really love that card for us today. Let me see what's on the bottom of the deck. Ha! Interesting. On the bottom of the deck is the she-wolf, unleash the wild within. What a beautiful, beautiful card, and such a beautiful juxtaposition between the two. You know, the Druid holding space so the woman can be wild and free, unleash the wild within. And realistically, women need the person holding space for them. You know, what a beautiful, beautiful message this morning. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Don't even think I need to have a look and see what the energy of that is. Let your wild side up and out, unleash your talents and your desires. She's a powerful shamanic soul who is half wolf and half woman. Alpha female who's not afraid to stand out from the crowd, or in this case, pack. She is wild, unfiltered, and unfettered. I really believe that the feminine, divine feminine rising is this unfettered, unattached, unbothered. We're done playing small. Women are done playing small. I see it in the younger generation. My daughter, for instance, you know, she's so she doesn't kowtow to, you know, anyone really. She stands her ground. She has always stood her ground, and I love that about her. She's learned her lesson so much earlier than me. But don't forget, we have paved the way. And this past weekend, that was what that energy was about. It's the fact that long line of ancestral lineage standing behind us. All those women that have come before us. So it basically says, if you've been holding back on your hopes and dreams, you've been encouraged to chase after them now. Let the wolf energy within help you track down what direction you want to go in. Yeah, the life you want is here. And with the Druid energy, hold things together. Don't make any sudden moves or changes. Stand strong. Yeah, the Druids were the ancient wise ones of the British Isles. They had a deep connection with the earth, the sun, and the moon, and they were the scholars who created the tree language. They were known for their creative skills in storytelling, poetry, and craftsmanship. Yeah, and I really think, men are being asked to hold us, to support us, to protect us in a different way of what we've been sort of programmed to be protected. It's a different kind of protection. It's a shelter. It's not a jail. It's not a fortress. It's a shelter. So that we can rise. So yeah, very, very happy with those two messages today, and very on point. How lovely is that? Two beautiful cards from that deck. And I'm going to end off with a card just for the Divine Feminine, because I can. So the Divine Feminine, this is the deck by Claire Stone. It's illustrated by Parita Naran. And that previous deck, by the way, was the Kyle Gray deck. Angels and Ancestors. Okay, here we go. Charity. Great love is on its way to you. That is a beautiful, beautiful, very serene card. Very lovely, beautiful roses. She is in a beautiful situation with this gorgeous angelic wings behind her, with this beautiful star on the top. What a beautiful star, which ironically is the star on the back of the card as well. Charity. That's a beautiful, beautiful card. It's got a lovely, beautiful energy. Let's have a look and see. It's Archaea Charity. Generous love of the goddess is the twin ray of Archangel Shamiel. They are the angels of the heart chakra and assist in learning about self-love, forgiveness, and romance. And on the angelic note, I just want to say, if you ever get a chance to be in the presence of someone who is really qualified as a angelic Reiki, I know it's called Reiki, and I have an issue with Reiki, but an angelic healer who channels angelic energy. Wow, did I have the most amazing, amazing healing with Tanya Smith. Wow, look her up. She's in New Zealand. Wow, it was amazing. The energy that she brought in was so healing, so beautiful. I mean, I'm not into qualifications and stuff, and I have done the Reiki, the angelic Reiki course. But wow, this was next level. Her energy that she brought in was just so beautiful, and I highly recommend even doing the course. I think you can do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 with Tanya, or you can do it with Jessica Dawson. These are all people based in New Zealand. Wow, it is the most beautiful energy. I work with dragon energy and I work with angelic energy, and this angelic energy was just unbelievable that came in with Tanya. So okay, so Archaea Charity, you can call on these angels when you're feeling emotionally hurt, and they will help you to mend your heart. So obviously rose quartz, petalite, morganite are the crystals that can really accentuate this energy. It's preparing you for love. It's helping you to forgive. It's just bringing in that beautiful love in, and I really think that is the job of the woman, where the man holds the space, the divine masculine holds the space for the divine feminine, who can be wild at times, and actions and activates the masculine. But this is the core of the divine feminine. It's just so beautiful, that beautiful love. So remember that true love is not reserved for romantic relationships. It can also be love for animals, love for humanity, helping people who are sending beautiful energy to people who are struggling. This is a love you can trust, forgive and forget. Romantic offer is coming. This relationship is worth saving. Be kind to yourself and others. So those who will love me will find me. Yeah, I really believe that. If we exude love out, we will attract that beautiful energy and that vibration back in. So yeah, beautiful cards for today, Friday, here in the studio. Studio is open at the last Sunday of every month at the moment till the end of the year. I've set the dates, last Sunday of every month. So this Sunday, the studio will be open, and I hope to see you. We've now got a little gas cooker in the studio, so I can make tea, coffee, or cacao. So that'll be lovely. If you pop in, you can have a choice of tea or coffee. With a cacao, there'll be a little bit of a charge because, as we know, cacao is not that easily available anymore. So the costs of shipping it, and I don't think anybody grows cacao in New Zealand. I don't think we're warm enough here. So yes, wonderful cacao, wonderful tea or coffee or a cuppa. You can even have some chamomile tea if you really like chamomile tea, which is homegrown. So yeah, pop into the studio, come and say hi. And I will chat to you on another Friday from Friday Musings. Have a super, super weekend.